Welcome back everyone to another episode of TRNM. Now a few days ago, we took a look at my favorite coaster names. Well, in today's video, we will be flipping it around, and today we will be looking at my least favorite coaster names. Some of these actually might be some of your guys' favorite names. I doubt it, but if they are, then I'm sorry in advance. So let's go ahead and get this video started. At number 10 is Goliath. I don't think this is a bad name by any means. The reason it's on this list is because I feel it's way overused. I know 7 coasters in the United States alone that are named Goliath, and they are all completely different rides. So when you use the same name for completely different coasters, it kind of takes away the meaning of the name, which is why unfortunately Goliath makes this list at number 10. At number 9 is Boomerang. Just like Goliath, this name is way overused. According to RCDB, there are over 50 coasters worldwide with the name Boomerang. This also does include coasters with variant names such as Boomerang Coast to Coaster, which is what you're seeing footage of right now. But again, for me, overusing name decreases its value and meaning, so that's why Boomerang ranks number 9. At number 9 is a very generic name, Roller Coaster. I don't think any modern coaster should ever be named Roller Coaster. The only coasters that should be named Roller Coaster are coasters that were built back in the very early 1900s, like 1900 to 1920. It's a very bland name, and all it does is identify what type of ride it is. At number 7 is Mind Eraser. I don't know what it is about this name, it just really doesn't do anything for me. All it does, in my opinion, is inform you that you're about to have a really rough ride. You know what, maybe that's why a good portion of the SLCs that were built are named Mind Eraser. So I guess it makes sense now. But I still feel like this is the type of name that belongs on a zipper carnival ride. And only a zipper carnival ride. But yeah, all this name really brings to me is anticipation of pain and suffering, so that is why it is on this list. And pain is not something you want to experience on a coaster. At number 6 is Scream. Just like with Roller Coaster, this is a very bland name, and it really doesn't fit the coaster that it belongs to. I mean, a B&M floorless coaster mixed with the name Scream really doesn't sound or look good. If I had to put the name Scream on any type of coaster, I would probably put it on an Intamin Accelerator. But regardless, I don't think any coaster should be named Scream. It just, it really doesn't do anything. I honestly hope that they rename this coaster something better in the future. So there is Scream at number 6. At number 5 is Steel Curtain. Now before you say, well, this has a backstory with the theme of the football team, I know that. I just don't think that it's a good name for the coaster. Yes, it is a good name for the defensive line of the Steelers, but not for a coaster. I'm sure they could have gone with some other better names for the coaster. I can't think of any at the moment, but I'm sure that they had some others in mind that would have been much better than Steel Curtain. Just like with Scream, this name really doesn't have any connection to the coaster. At number 4 is Val Raven. Now just to put this out there, I'm not a huge fan with misspelling words for coaster names. It's just not something I'm a huge fan of. And I'm somewhat familiar with the theme of this coaster, but I'm still kind of confused as to how a quote-unquote Val Raven is connected with, medieval battles and stuff. If anyone knows exactly how it's connected, please let me know in the comments, because I am pretty confused. At number 3 is Invader. Just like with Val Raven, the misspelled name doesn't sit right with me. It really triggers my OCD. Now, I do understand how this name connects to the theme, but honestly, I just think Val Raven's a better name than Invader. At number 2 is a pretty dizzying one, Spinball Whizzer. This sounds like 2 different coaster names pushed into one. Would this coaster be on the list had the name been Spinball? Possibly. Would it have been on the list if it was just called Whizzer? No. But putting those 2 together absolutely is going to put it extremely high on this list. And finally, at number 1 is Super Duper Looper. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, which is exactly why this is at number 1. Does the name make sense? Kind of. But all it does is exemplify that there is an inversion on the ride. And personally, the name just doesn't sound good. It sounds like 3 different coaster names pushed into one. I mean, that's kind of a stretch, but you know what I mean. It just sounds weird, it's corny, which maybe, you know what, that's probably what the park was going for when they named it. But in my opinion, it's just not a good coaster name at all. And I might add that this name and Spinball Whizzer can easily flip-flop places depending on, my thoughts on what particular day. So there is my personal list of my least favorite coaster names. Let me know what your least favorite coaster names are in the comments down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.